I'm just here reading my favorite book, Bony Legs. But this is not the book that we're gonna read. We're gonna read my book, The Lonely Bridge. Because it seems like everybody right now could use a friend. And this book is for anybody who needs a friend. So this is The Lonely Bridge by me, Eli, and pictures by Nick Teddy. Bony Legs is a really good book. I'll read it later. Somewhere in the world, there was a beautiful city on a beautiful bay. And on that bay, there was a bridge. Well, actually, there were two bridges. The first was the Golden Gate Bridge, a great symbol of the city. People came from all over the world to walk its great span, take its picture, and paint portraits of its big wrap cables and giant red towers. There was, however, another bridge on the other side of the bay, which was also a great and beautiful bridge. It had connected two cities for years and was considered the working man's bridge. Everyone tall and small used the bridge for the daily commute to work. It was known as the Bay Bridge and was painted a simple gray. This bridge was special in its own way, but it was not as famous and spectacular as the Great Golden Gate Bridge. There was no walkway for visitors to use to travel its great span, and certainly no one taking pictures or painting portraits. It was a lonely bridge that hoped it might someday have its own celebration. One day, there was a parade, but not for the Lonely Bridge. Once again, visitors paraded along the Golden Gate Bridge, taking pictures and singing songs about the famous Red Bridge. Meanwhile, across the bay, a bridge worker was climbing in the towers at the top of the big gray bridge. He was pounding rivets and fastening new cables to make sure the bridge would stay safe and secure. It was noon and the worker needed to stop for lunch. He sat alone at the top of the great bridge and had a tuna fish sandwich, 2 cups of Jell-O, a warm thermos of coffee. As he sat, he listened to the creaks and moans that came up from the metal towers, sounds one could only hear at the very top of the bridge. He listened to the metal towers which supported the weight of the passing cars, and as he listened, he was sure he could hear the sound of real wailing, the kind one would hear from a person in great sadness or pain. There he is, eating his tuna fish sandwich. Excuse me, is someone there? Asked the bridge worker. Yes, someone is here. You're standing on me, wailed the bridge. That's when he realized these sounds were coming from the bridge. Sorry, excuse me. I didn't know, stammered the stunned bridge worker. If you don't mind me asking, why are you so sad? I'm sad because no one ever walks on me across the bay. No one ever holds a parade or any sort of celebration for me. I don't even think I have a birthday, cried the lonely bridge. I see the other bridge over there always being celebrated and walked across. People are always taking pictures and coming to visit from far away. I get lonely. No one ever comes to visit me or take my picture. They just pay their money and drive across. As long as I get them where they are going, they don't care about me. He looks pretty lonely. The bridge worker sighed, realized the bridge was right, but he thought, the bridge is very important to me. Hey, well, I think you're important. I wouldn't even have a job if it wasn't for you. I come up here every day and enjoy your beautiful views. I walk up and down your cables and climb around your towers. I appreciate you, beamed the bridge worker. Yes, but that's just you, and you have to be up here. If it weren't your job, you wouldn't be here at all. I don't have anyone who just comes to spend time with me. Maybe I need a new paint job, sighed the bridge. Never mind, it's always been this way. Sorry if I spoiled your day. He knew the bridge was right and could think of nothing else to say, but as he climbed down the big gray towers, he suddenly had a wonderful idea. He figured it out. The next day, the bridge worker went down to City Hall and asked to see the mayor. The mayor is a very busy person, said the clerk over her huge red-rimmed glasses and stacks of paper on the desk. He doesn't see just anyone. I'm afraid you'll have to file an official request, and we will get back to you in 6 to 9 months. And with that, she slid a ridiculously large stack of papers towards him. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to fill out these papers. You just tell the mayor that one of our bridges is in trouble and it's a matter of national security. Boomed the bridge worker loud enough for the whole office to hear. Everyone turned to look at the clerk behind her desk. If you could just wait here for one moment, please, said the clerk as she straightened her glasses and walked back into the mayor's office. There she is. She looks a little worried. Moments later, the bridge worker was in the mayor's office telling the mayor all about the bridge and his idea for fixing the problem. As we all know, Mr. Mayor, a happy bridge is a healthy bridge, and that means less money for you to fix it. The bridge worker trumpeted. He smiled triumphantly, knowing for sure that the way to a mayor's heart is through his wallet. There he is, convincing the old mayor. Weeks passed, and every day the bridge worker would have chats with the bridge, always trying to lift her spirits. Then one day, when he was done tightening rivets and ready to sit down for another lunch of hard-boiled eggs and jello, he shouted aloud at the top of the bridge, "How are you today?" "Are you talking to me?" asked the bridge. "Well, of course, Goofy. There's no one else up here, is there?" joked the bridge worker. "Well, I'm happy you think you're funny. I'm just as miserable as I was yesterday. But thank you for asking," she responded. They're just hanging out up there. As the bridge looked down, there were hundreds of people marching right up the road. There were gigantic floats, enormous balloons, ribbons, and even people taking pictures and painting portraits. The bridge couldn't believe it. It beamed and tried to straighten up to look its best. "But I don't understand. How did this happen? They've never had a parade for me or taken my picture before," stammered the surprised bridge. "Well, let's just say you have some friends in very high places." The bridge worker laughed, and for the first time, the bridge laughed along with him. The bridge and the bridge worker became the best of friends and had lunch together every day from that day forward. And every year on the same day, they hold a parade in honor of the not-so-lonely bridge. There's the bridge. Look, so happy, big smile. The end. This has been The Lonely Bridge by me, and illustrations by the talented Nick Teddy. And I have a lot of copies of this because the stores that were selling it are closed. So they're sitting here. So if you want one, I will send you one. And I will sign it for you. It'll look like this. It looks like a squiggle, not really a signature, but it's pretty much an E with an Y. It's pretty much my name. But I'd be happy to send you one. Let me know if you want one. And if you do want to know about Bony Legs, tune in later because I'm definitely going to read Bony Legs. Probably right now.